Hi, I'm Debbie. I'm the Low Carbon Innovation Manager here at M-SParc, and it's Wales Climate Week this week, so I'm here to answer any of your questions about net zero, climate change, decarbonisation, or anything else you might have. So, ask me anything. What am I? So the first question that we've got here is what or who is the Egni team at M-SParc? So we're a team here based out of the Science Park, and we work across net zero, decarbonisation, green, low carbon, anything you can think of under that umbrella, all with the goal of bringing about economic benefits and opportunities to North West Wales. We help businesses who maybe want to decarbonise, who maybe have got an innovation they want to try and get into the sector. We work with some of your larger companies to ensure we can get skills and supply chain opportunities for the region, and we even do things such as tree planting on our site to try and help with decarbonisation and sustainability. We do so much here in the Egni team at M-SParc. We run regional clusters for nuclear and offshore energy. We go out into schools to do outreach programmes. We support businesses who might want to decarbonise and a whole range of other different things. We've been very lucky to be supported by the Nuclear Decommissioning Authority and Nuclear Restoration Services to get our funding, and we're delivering a load of really key projects for the region. So the next question is, if I put up my Christmas lights now, how much will it cost a day to run, and is it okay to do so? So, as someone who very much loves Christmas, it's a great question. If you've got LED lights, which are generally much more efficient, then you're looking at between 4 and 6p a day for a sort of average number of Christmas lights. Whereas if you've got some of the older halogen ones, then you might be looking for a couple of pounds a day. So it's definitely worth making sure you get some LED lights because, as I said, they're much more efficient, they'll be much cheaper to run, and means we can all spread some nice Christmas cheer. So the next question that we've got here is, does every country use the same net zero measurement? It's a really interesting question because the answer is no, broadly speaking. Even within the UK, different organisations and different people will use different measurements to net zero. But most countries have signed up to the Paris Climate Agreement, which is an agreement where we're all going to try and get towards net zero by 2050 for the better of our planet. So we're all working towards the same goals, we might just be measuring it in slightly different ways. The next question is someone saying, I'm scared about climate change. Is it too late to do something? I think it's a really important question. There's a lot of climate anxiety going on now, especially amongst young people who are worried about the future of the planet, considering all of the negative stories we see. The answer is no, it's not too late to do something. We're definitely getting closer and closer towards that tipping point, but it's important that we all still keep doing all the little things because every little helps. So the next question we've got is, what is the most innovative project you've worked on as part of Egni? This is a really great question because here at M-SParc we do so much across innovation, so it's been really difficult to pick one. One of my favourite projects is working with one of the tenant companies here in M-SParc, 42able, to look at how we can use AI to help us make more informed decisions around decarbonisation. We work with so many innovative companies here in M-SParc, so I'm really excited to see what projects come along in future, but AI is definitely a growing sector, so we'll have to see what else it brings up. So the next question is, what projects are you working on that will have a positive effect on climate change? Here at M-SParc, everything that we do in the Egni team is designed to have a positive impact on climate change. A lot of that is done through decarbonising, so supporting businesses to reduce their carbon emissions, but also working with larger companies to try and get green electricity on the grid and supporting local companies and young people to get involved in those projects. We're always innovating here, and it's not just the tenants within M-SParc, but it's the whole ecosystem around North Wales and Wales completely. We're involved with quite a few key clusters, some of which involved in the nuclear sector and the offshore energy sector, and that's about really trying to maximise the opportunities that come from hosting some of these larger infrastructure projects for the region. So the next question is, what scares you the most about climate change on a local level? And I think that's a really interesting question. There's a lot going on. I think we can all say that we've seen the weather changing. Global warming isn't just about making everywhere hotter, it just makes everything a little bit more extreme. So we've seen a lot of that with the wildfires in the summer, especially in Europe. We've seen that with the incredible hurricanes over in America. And I think on a local level, sea level rises is probably what concerns me the most. I live on Anglesey, and so some of the projected sea level rises for the decades to come would see us lose some of that space, which obviously isn't ideal.